should have just checked earlier. That's crazy. It'd be so cold. I'll make sure I don't got no, what are those chia seeds? Those will get stuck in your teeth too. I'm being funny. All right, what's good? I have a Wednesday, wacky, windy, winter Wednesday. Say that 10 times fast, not 3 times fast, 10 times fast. Rewind the video and then do it. It's cold. It's cold than a monkey's hacky sack. You said what? Hey, yeah. It's cold. All right. Well, now that I'm getting this, I'm just putting deodorant on. Now I'm getting the live started early. I need to see what we finna have for lunch. And that will determine if I need to grocery shop. I was like, put it off, but now I have a meeting. I have an 11:30 meeting. What we got in here? We got nuggies, corn dogs. I made spaghetti yesterday. He put the ground beef in there. Oh, it's not gonna be ready. We got a salad too. Turkey sandwiches we can make. We can make it do what it do. And then tonight, do something. I could maybe pick something up. I don't know. Turkey sandwiches is what I'm feeling. What's good? Trying to think of lunch, like turkey sandwiches and salad. I need to make that salad soon. Yeah. I teach later. What's good? Hi. Y'all already know I had to break out the old reliable. This the South Park hoodie. Not hoodie. It's a zip up. I like it. That it's a zippity up. We got to do the waterworks today. I ain't got no juice boxes. But I could still like pour him a glass of like lemonade or orange juice we just don't have juice boxes. It's 1 degree outside. What's good? Thank you. I'm just getting my water filled up before we get to crafting. This is my little Stanleyers. Selena. Now it feels like this is what every live is turning into. Is it? There we go. Me having to replenish my reservoirs. Come on. That shit low-key leaking out the side. Is it? I can't tell. You would have poured, right? No. Not out, like, I'm like making sure it's not coming out the filter. All right, I need some cold water. What's good? Okay. Oh, wait. I think I'm going to make chili dogs. Chili dogs and fries. That's what I can do for lunch. They got the Nathan hot dogs. They be selling those at Aldi's, so. We finna have some chili dogs. Let me take the chili out so I don't forget. Alright, we're gonna let that filter and we'll have some fresh water. I think there's a review video. It's on If it's not on my channel here in my shorts, then you can find it on my TikTok. A review, Epic Water. If you're interested, you fill it through the top. You open this little flap up, fill it. Then when it finally filters, it'll filter down here. This is clean water. This is clean drinking water. And it's got the little timer. I got 34 days of clean water. So you can continuously reuse that filter. I'm waiting for that filter to kind of time out. And then we're going to go back to this filter. Because you know what's crazy? And you know, I'll be transparent on here. This is my other filter. The Simpure filtration reverse, whatever. I gotta clean it because it's been sitting for a little bit. Those filters together are only $50 for the CF and RO, I believe, filters I need. There's 2 of them I need to do to replace it, and they're like 25 and one's 35 or something like that. And it comes out to around $50. And then this filter, that single filter of that pitcher is like $74. I'm like, you know, so that's why I'm like, I still gotta, it's nice that it tells you got how many, you can do 90 days of water, 90 days of water for a $74 filter. Or, that's why I like my bigger filter I plug in, or, you get 6 months, 6 months of water, for $50. Seems like a better bet. So that's what's sitting in my Amazon cart. I'm waiting for some orders. Prayerfully, I'm waiting for some orders to come through. I feel like my nose is trying to run. Don't run away! Okay, we had to bring out the OG. I'm gonna show you in a second here. But just food for thought. I haven't brought in bottled water unless of like an emergency and like I needed it, but we just use water filters, and then we got our little water bottles. Everybody has a water bottle, or my husband just used mason jars to drink out of. Was good. We ain't got no PS5. There's a whole computer over here. This is my husband's room. He got a whole setup. He took my microphone. That's my microphone. That blue. What's good? I don't play though. I'm gonna sit back with up. It's 1 degree here. Comment the degree it is where you stationed at. This almost look like there's gas still in here. I need a... Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute, yeah. Hold up, wait a minute, yeah. Hold up. I don't think the lighter was reaching down there, but I found some gas. If you know where that sound bit is from, you're goated. Wait a minute, yeah. Is there anything in here? Hello? Yeah, anybody home? Oh yeah, this is my husband's. Yeah, those are his headphone. Is 31 there? I don't play Roblox. How do y'all be asking me about them Roblox? Whoa. This is, for those that are new here, this is a crafting channel. We be doing yoga and we be doing the crafting. First, we finna elevate. Second, we gonna make some art. I'm gonna show you my art first, and then we gonna get into the art. So this is going to be a challenging hoop. I'm working with an embroidery hoop. I make rugs. Did you know that? I'm being ugly. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, matter of fact, subscribe, then you know I make rugs. But yes, I do make rugs. I make rugs into a bunch of fun stuff. Right now we're working on coasters. I make little coasters to put in your car's cup holders, and I can make like really big rugs too. But I need to place an Amazon order. I'm like, when should I do that? I'm waiting to get paid before I do that because I hate buying stuff and I'm like, but I'm self-employed too. So if you're, what rugs? You got to go to confidentialgoods.com and you can see a plethora of rugs that I made. And then just go back in the archives on this channel. Every live is the progress of how I make my rugs. What club? The craft club? Because I'd be hosting a winter craft club. But yeah, we made a hem rug. I made from the Powerpuff Girls, if you remember him. We made my outfit's cozy. I'm trying to stay warm. We made the Gara rug from the guy from Naruto. We made a Courage the Cowardly Dog rug before. We be making really cool shit. I'm just saying. My last rug that I made this year, my very first project of 2026, I made myself a purse out of a rug. So I'm gonna be playing on here. Like and subscribe. You can support this channel by becoming a member. It helps me as a small business owner. It helps my family. And you can check out the website of all the goodies I have. I have apparel for men and women. And then I also be making home decor. And you can only get it here. I'm just saying, you can only get that heat here. All right. Yeah, hit me up for customs. Send me a message either on my Instagram, that is confidential goods, or go to the website confidentialgoods.com. And then there's like a contact us page, and you can be like, you can type it out. This is what I'm looking for. I'm seeing if you can do this, and you got these colors. Blah blah blah. You send me a message. I just said this is my husband's gaming room. Yeah, I'd be making the customs. What is bro going on about? Anyways, yeah, all those comments were held for review. What did Lil Yachty say? Seek help immediately. Geeked up. Ooh. Hey, what's good? How are you? What's going on? What's cracking? I can't get it out. I'm a little sad. I don't want this to go to waste though. I'm just seeing if it's all light, and then otherwise I'll just ash it. What the fuck? I hope it is cozy. I saw that comment. No, it's not gonna fucking light. I can't get it. That was booty. That was cheeks. What the heck? Whoa! Wait a minute. Hey, yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. I swear. See, the smartest thing they would do, if you are like ancient like me and you remember iCarly. iCarly wasn't even that old, Ashlee. No, if you were ancient like me, then you would remember that the App Store, I don't even know if the App Store still has this, but they had like a soundboard where they had like fucking sound clips that the cast would say, "Scream at the sky." Like they would say like crazy stuff like that. But if they had like a soundboard app and then you could just like download sound clips and save them, like you could press a button and it would say like Jones barbecue and foot massage, if you know where that's from. Like if then you would know like my lore and it would be funny. But I don't mind explaining my lore. There's a lot of lore in this channel too, to the newcomers who'll be joining in. What's this about? What y'all think about ICE kill people in Minneapolis? It's not good, right? That's a no-brainer. I try not to get political on here, religious on here, respectfully. We always talk about source, but I don't ever explain what source is. It's whatever you need it to be. Not want it, but what you need it to be, right? And I'm not going to talk political because you know they watch these platforms. Did you know that? Did you know there's censorship? Yeah. Yeah. They've already been walking the streets strapped. That's no different. What's good? I hope you're doing well too. My hair. We already did a lock update in a few lives ago. Somebody had asked about a lock update. You would love to cook for me, then cook. I don't like cooking. Come. Wait, say less. Where the hell is this shit? Matter of fact. What the fuck? Where did that shit go? Like, where might it go? Now she wanna eat her whole enchilada. I got a lot of that premium I'm paying, nada, it seems. Wait a minute, hey, yeah. No, I'm going in circles. No, actually tweaking. What the fuck? Where did all of that go? It don't matter. Pasta, burgers, you know. Now I'm starting to get pissed off. You have awakened the song. Am I going crazy? There's a battery in here. What's good? Wait, no, I'm pissed. Am I blind? Am I just not seeing it? Ain't no way I'm tripping this hard, bro. Yo, nah. What's up? No, you can't worry about every little thing, but you gotta stay informed. I suppose. A barbecue. A baba juki. That was on was that on the Fairly Odd Parents? A baba gookie. Something to start losing it. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold up. What the fuck? Where are you at? The crib. Shawty said she wanna roll with me. I said, yeah. She don't know where we going. Back to the crib. That's where I'm at. The crib. I have no idea what happened to the fucking gas, bro. My hands are frozen from this shit. How do you just hold that shit? What the fuck? Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I gotta do one more once around, cause like ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Hell no, dog. Well, it is what it is. Is we been or what? It is what it is. I said it is what it is. It is what it is. That's a Jeezy song. I told you I've been listening to that Trapper number 3. I've been listening to that album. I guess we get into it, because what the fuck, bro? What happened to the shit? I'm going to light an incense then. You asking some weird questions. Why wouldn't somebody be deserving of being loved? Because, like, some people just be in the chat to be trolls. I was genuinely I'm asking a real question. I'm a real. Nobody asked that. Why would you think somebody does not need to be loved from birth? The journey afterwards, I personally say, determines if this person is deserving of respect. Your actions then after, because being a child is innocent. Okay. Now, that's a lot of randoms in this chat, but what's good? Like, you real if you real, but like, if you in here intentionally being an eyesore, a blemish, annoying, it ruins it for the rest of us, Do you? Probably not. But what I was saying earlier, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge because my I kind of have sitting kind of close. So once I finish these, I'm going to actually undo the hoop before I cut them out because I usually will cut them out inside of the hoop, but I don't want them to snag. This is a little bit better material than monk's cloth. This is that premier cloth, which I need to get more of, but it doesn't fray as easily, is what I'm saying. Well, look at that. This nigga ain't even speaking in English. All right. So let's put a healing symbol and then send energy back to the host. We'll do that too. Back to where it originated. Banishing all negative energy that these dingleberries are trying to push onto me or anybody else in the chat. I want to keep this as a healing space. So sending all wild energy from where it came from tenfold. Seems easy enough. So yesterday we finished these coasters. I already had the hearts. I finished one red one and then we finished the tan for the cookies. We got some cookie coasters. So I got these. We did a Green Bay Packer. And I have a painting over here. But I need a pen or something. My lighter is done. So we got to go all the way back to the other room to grab a lighter. Like all of them, bro? Yes. Confident. I be knowing. I wish. Oh, talk so much shit. I got shit-itis. I wrote so many hits. I got hit-itis. It is what it is. I said it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Make sure you like and subscribe. This incense is dragon's blood. Make sure it's burning a little better. I like how this one smells. You can get these at Walmart. I'm gonna write my name. Ashlee. You are now watching Disney Channel. Dun, 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 dun. That's the ears. F you. Fuck you. Oh, tell her, hey, I said. Hey, what's good? Hey, niggas mad at the paper. See you later. Please. Damn. She said she a fan. But I'd rather get in her pants because she's thick as fuck and she's sticking her tongue out. Damn, what you talking about, bitch? I swore that there was a fucking incense holder in here, so I'm getting upset. Hell no, what the hell? Okay. I'm so fucking god dog. I have another one, but I swear. Oh, that's crazy. I did find it though. Well, we're just gonna walk this back because I don't have anywhere to put it. Maybe I put it in the bathroom. But what I was saying is I like these incense because they always come with an incense holder. This is the one I have. I brought this one myself from a smoke shop. It's a hand. I like that one. But the ones you get in the kit, let me see. I had one sitting out. Every time you get a pack, it comes with this holder. So I'm gonna just put this on the shelf. Is we fucking or what? It is what it is. I said it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, it's a little different. Oops. Since I have my microphone in, it'll be HD, I suppose. Confident. I do know, or how does he say it? Confident. I be fluent. Like it. I be knowing. Thought y'all said I lost it, but I got it now. That song came out in 2016, and it's just funny, consciously, unconsciously, that I started listening to that album. I never listened to that album when it first came out. I only just heard the song All There, but I really wasn't like a Jeezy fan. Look at the name of the channel. Poindexter. Rafuka. Look at the name of the channel. Can you read? That's not nice. What if he is illiterate? Damn. Here we go again. Foster's up in here. What's good? No, was I snowed in? It was just fucking cold. I'm trying to think. This shit has just felt like I don't even know how to explain it. I just been dealing with shit. I've been thinking about getting the damn kerosene heater. I just been cold. It ain't really been snowed in. Lucky, lucky enough. And this year I finally got, I got a SUV. Um, so here it is, what it is. And then, no, yeah, it was 1 degree when I dropped my son off today. It's crazy. That's what I be saying. It's crazy in these streets. What matchbox? I ain't see no matchbox. Are you talking about like the long candle lighters? I was thinking about opening up one of those because we had gotten a pack and they went so quick from Hobby Lobby. They had a little candle, like a 3-pack of some candle lighters. It's crazy here though. I'd be cold. I had to bring out the OG sweater. Sweater. All right. This shit. I hate a low bowl. I like them kind of flat bowls because I don't want to burn myself. The hell? I wish I had a fucking candle lighter. What the fuck? Confident. I be knowing. I really didn't want a huge bowl. What are we making today? I was gonna go in there and then like, it's, you know what? I have a fucking torch. That's what I'm gonna do. But I hate using the damn torch. We're working on some coasters, so we finished up. Look at this. Hate having to use this shit. Did he? Where's the knob? Yeah. Like, what the actual fuck? Here it is. Anyways, I don't know what this nigga was doing in here, but I'ma just put the stuff the way I found it. Alright. Yeah, I had to do a fucking torch. The lighter wasn't reaching because it's like it's a really low kind of bowl. Okay. So welcome to our club. Welcome to our club. I was I don't know what we was getting into. Yes, the elevation. The elevation took a minute because I couldn't find it. But yeah. If y'all ain't been here, we was doing like a little preview. I need to do this paint. We got this for Christmas for my son and low key for me as well. But we got a bunch of paint. I need to use this. Set up a paint day. I got a meeting today after I pick him up. So I'm gonna be in a meeting and try to make chili dogs. Is literally how today is about to go. So I'm like, the meeting's 11:30, and I like to get stuff started by lunch at least by 12. You know, I'll take like an hour just getting home, maybe have some fruit as a snack. And then I try to get started around 12. So I'm like, I hope this doesn't they allotted for an hour. So I hope this doesn't go past 12. I hope we can just be in and out with it cuz yeah. They've been messing with my money. Doing accepting clients through insurance, I'm going to have a whole story time once this is said and done. But accepting clients through insurance has been a headache because the insurance doesn't know how to do their job. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not the clients, it's the insurance. Um, so that's what I'm calling about. Um, we finished this yesterday, so we finished our coasters if you were here for that. I literally did like 3 of them within like an hour and a half. So we're just building up the inventory for my coasters. Y'all seen the Green Bay Packer one. This one's going to be all evil eye coasters. I haven't drawn them yet. And then this one I just drew yesterday. We're going to do some smiley face and some black and white. So in total, what? 4, 8, 12, 4, 8. Yeah, 12. 12 new coasters I'm making for the car coasters, plus the Green Bay Packer one. This is my colorway. I only need 3 colors, and we finna make it work. The smiley face is going to be my signature like mustard color. I still have mustard yarn. His face is going to be, his eyes are black and his mouth will be black. And then the black and white checker, I'm going to just use the same thing. My son wants me to make a hat. I'm not hat, a scarf, because I was going to do that yesterday. We could make pom-poms because he want to be all different. He want to have one small pom-pom and one medium pom-pom. Because you know when I make my scarves, at the ends, it's just bare. No pun intended. But yeah, I'm gonna make some pom poms or something. So let's get started. Let's get down to business. No glue today, so I can wear gloves. I'm gonna put my, all my chains on the first new Georgina. Bad bitch look like Tina. Hey, the jacket had to make an appearance. I'm already fucking cold, bro. I said it was 1 degree outside. I be getting hot. So I had a client later tonight, and I got leggings. I have leggings on under here. Let me see. I got long socks, and these are like fleece leggings. Cold as fuck. And then this is what I had. This is like I have a gray t-shirt on, my cow shirt. And then this is fleece. This is like a fleece halfway shirt, but I be getting hot with it on. And I said I need some type of zip up. So I don't know if I'm finna wear this out the house. I might not be able to move if I try to wear all these layers. But anyways, in the future, we can do like a little future recap. Um, Once I cut out the Green Bay Packer thing, I want to make a mushroom mouse pad. So I'm thinking that I want to use this green. I've been saving this. It's a cute sage. What is it called? It's either called sage or light green. But I'm going to start with black because that's the most prevalent color I need for both of these sets. And I did not roll these holes up. So it's going to already be a challenge. So I'm going to just try to unwind it the best I can. My floor has a lot of yarn on it, and the yarn has been trying to get stuck to the yarn I'm using. And then it's just, yeah, it's a lot of work. No more drains on. Not for real though. I usually turn the heat off because the heat bill is crazy. If I'm by myself, I just try to turn the heat off and I can manage. But like, we'll turn it on for a little bit. I have like a weird heater. Y'all know about my heaters. Like, I have a thermostat, and then there's like this door right here, that wooden door is to my furnace, and you can turn my fucking furnace on by a light switch. So, and you can see like the flame and everything light. So whatever that shit got going on, it's electrical. So I'm like, it fucking sucks if the power goes out. So that's why I was like, I want to get like, I was thinking about getting like them kerosene or whatever heaters, and they'd be like, you be smelling, you be stanking. And apparently they have unscented ones, but then I'm also like, if it's unscented, what if it's deadly? What? Who said that? I'm gonna start with my checkers, my little checkered print. I think I had to move y'all because y'all can't ever see what I got going on. This is gonna be an issue. Put this tripod over. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be knocking the damn tripod. Get the hell out of here! You know where that's from. Get the hell out of here! It was like some white lady yelling. But anyway, I'm gonna move y'all. What I was saying with my costas, I try not to stab myself. I reverse them. So one of them, the black may be on the middle, and then it'll be reversed, and the white will be in the middle or something like that. So they look different, you know. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Low key too low. Hello. That song tried to play in the car on the way home from drop off. That's why I'm kind of laughing. Daddy, no. I got paper. I got money. And you know that. Then you would know. If you knew, you know. Now you know. The knowledge of the knowing is knowledge obtained, not knowledge Untamed. I'm being ugly. So we punch needling. This is what it looks like. I'm making a square, so I'm just attempting to outline it. You know, Sean be doing his shit. I got money, and you know that. I had to turn that corner, but I keep my finger here. Important paper. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, this shit trying to get trifling because it's right where I don't know if you can see the lines. The guidelines are. Yes. Guidelines are ass. They don't help really. Yeah! Fuck. They don't really help keep your shit in line. I just feel it's weird. Why does it look like it's trying to pull up? Yeah. I'm gonna just trace this fucking square because it's getting annoying. Then I'll show you what it looks like to fill it in. One day you're just gonna see all the coasters done. Hoping Friday? What is today? Wednesday? I could do that. If I put my mind to the money and my money on the mind. I'd always check where your energy is at. That's what it looks like when you make a square. Apparently, T.I. has been resurrected. This market, I said I couldn't do it because the booth too expensive. But I did it like last year, and they're like, last chance. Y'all gonna lower the price? Then I couldn't do it. It was expensive. I got money. Yeah, I know that. The channel is about punch needling. Oh, this is some ass. Some ass. Because I'm working with some trifling yarn anyway. It's kind of skinny. I got money. And you know that. Yes, sir. Oh, this is some buns. I'm like fighting for my life, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to punch needle. What's up? Yes, the arts and crafts, they go crazy. They go crazy, man. I do not explain it. I can't even explain it. Somehow, Carrie and I discovered this song, Bass for My Thoughts, and it's a bunch of white kids. Like, they literally sound like they in middle school, high school making this song. Turn up the bass, the bass, the bass. Can you hear me now? Can you feel it now? Like, all of their verses. Superheroes in the building. Children, please stay children. When they come around, they come around. Sometimes same thing, when they shut it down. When they come around, they come around. I can't believe you're missing this. I want you to witness this. Like, these kids actually wrote a song. Turn up the bass. This shit. I don't think they said that. This shit. They had like a voice thing, muffling it up. But with enough of those uh lyrics, you probably could find the song. Turn Up the Bass. It's on Spotify. Probably on YouTube if you look hard. But I don't even know how that song got recommended to me. This song is years old. We found this. I think it's on my rap. Is it on my rap? I have like a private rap playlist where it's just hodgepodge of artists, rap artists. And most of the time I driving music because I can't stand traffic. Ooh. You know what I was thinking? I'm like, damn, the bots are not out today. I had a clear drive um to my client's house. The bots were not out. You know how they be having like they be saying they be putting niggas on the road who really don't need to be on the road. So then you can just be more stressed out while you're driving. I'm like, that's an evil job. Sing it. Yeah, the song is Bass for My Thoughts or something like that. I just made a square. I can't believe you're witnessing this. All right. So I'm just going to continue with filling in the rest of the squares. Don't be a square. Like and subscribe. Head ass. That's because we can't cuss, right? How you gonna tell a grown mother they can't cuss? Huh? You gonna tell Sean that? Sean got a blockbuster card in his wallet older than your age. Imagine. You get in an argument with Sean. Shut your That'd be crazy. You probably have been in an argument with Sean. If you go to your local Walmart, you probably ran into Sean. I literally wasn't yesterday. It was Monday. I had another meeting Monday. And I was trying to make it back, but we stopped at Walmart. And this nigga in line behind me, how the fuck they gonna tell me I'm stealing? Do you not know how much money I spend up in here? Okay, but somebody with a brain, with a conscience would be like, okay, if they keep profiling me here, I'm not gonna keep spending my money here. And he was loud on speaker having this conversation. All I'm saying is black people understand. I mean, sensible minority people understand. If you keep getting profiled at an establishment, why are you still trying to give them your money? I really said fuck Lululemon too, because they didn't believe me as a black yoga instructor. Uh, First of all, not many people know about Lululemon's discount. You have to be an instructor, and then you have to either show like your certificate, and you're an active teacher. You got to show your classes on the schedule or whatever. Um, and I went to Lululemon. These motherfuckers, this is how racist they are. Cause I really needed some more shorts to teach. This was early on, before Lululemon even became like, oh my gosh, I have to have it for my fat ass to not to do grocery runs and not actually exercise. I'm gonna just sit in it. Before it just became one of them type of brands. You get athletic clothes to not work out in. Anyway, I actually needed them. Um, I remember I was buying two pairs of shorts and my phone had died. These motherfuckers made me go to my car and try to find a charger, charge my phone up before they would give me a discount on my athletic gear. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna spend my money with y'all monkey asses no more, bro. The fuck? So if you see me with some Lululemon, you know that I had that shit for at least 10 years. At least. If they playing in your face, why are you still opening out up the checkbook, your pocketbook? Find somewhere else to shop. That's what people don't get. Would I love it? And you get so fixated on it. Where's your backbone, child? They disrespected you. Don't accept disrespect. I will never accept disrespect. People get like confused. Like, I'm not gonna accept your disrespect. So I wait a minute. I can't talk to you crazy and then just expect you to be chill. No, you have overstepped a boundary. The next boundary is some type of physical violence, you know? So you've already overstepped it verbally, thinking you can talk crazy, you know? And people don't get that. I'm like, hey, this is like some type of matrix, bro, where you think an MF can just talk to you anyway, and you're just supposed to be okay. That's all right. No, that would make me emotionally unstable to not deal with something immediately. No, I'm going to address it as soon as it happens, so you know not to do that again. You know, because I'm human. I got feelings. You're human. You got feelings. How would you feel if the roles were reversed? And that's the higher thinking concept I was talking about a few lives ago. How people cannot think, if I talk crazy, they just supposed to be quiet. No, you're actually insane. You need to go see a counselor of some sort to think that you can just go around intentionally antagonizing people and thinking, oh, they don't gotta, they gonna be cool about it. We can. No, I'm not about to say that correctly, dog. I don't really care about your sub either. If you have to have like some type of I'm trying to unwind this yarn. If you have to have some type, not an ultimatum, but you know what I mean? If you do, if you dance like this monkey, then I'll do that for you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about you subbing, because if you have to dangle it over my head, then you were never a genuine person. But that's like a deeper thought we're not ready to have today. And I don't want to even get into that because I already know I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. Dance monkey, dance monkey, dance monkey. Oh, oh. That's not me. I really be watching, like, I'll go on, this is like an example. You go on TikTok, you know, oh, this person is so funny. I'm a genuinely like subscribe or was it follow? I'm a genuinely I really like what this person be saying, or they just be making me feel happy, or this person has some very informal stuff. I'm genuinely gonna just like them for who they are. If you can disarm this BOMB, then I might do this in your favor. You can keep that. There's always going to be better coming. If somebody has to give you something like that, they think they're the best of all to give. Meanwhile, you got a way better blessing around the corner. Trying to take that type of bait. If you just waited, you could have, he was offering you $30. If you just waited and believed in yourself, this guy is offering you 30 million. I'm just saying. We had another weird guy in here. If you do this, I'll give you $20. Bro, we knew he ain't had the $20 because he left. If you was, bro, all you had to do is say that. See, gonna make Sean come out. This is looking like the toxic symbol, low key, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna, oof, hell no. I gotta just pull it out a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all. It's trying to get thick. I think I got the hardest hoop out the way. No, actually, I did not. I don't think I did. I gotta just be really careful that my hoop doesn't sink in because then it could mess up the tightness, the tension I have. That was low key hot for no reason. My jumper, my jacket, my jacket ticket, the Jackie Chan ticket. So that's what I been doing. I did 3 squares, and that's how they look before I fill it in with the white. I said it was looking like the toxic symbol, kinda. If you're just joining and genuinely are curious, we're making car coasters. These are one of my favorite things to make. I love restocking um my designs. Like I've made a lot of designs and it's fun to see which ones do well. And I've done repeats of my smiley face coasters, my evil eye coasters, when I do the globe coasters. I make ones that look like little planets. The cookie coasters I'm replenishing. And I was thinking of doing a flower coaster. It's going to be out of season, but I really wanted to have a chance to make them little, um, what do you call them? You know, the peppermint, little peppermint twists. I wanted to make some of those, but I know those would be out of season, low key. They may be fitting around Valentine's Day, but I don't think I would be able to really market them until like the fall, winter, you know. Put it in. Push. We got 2 more squares on this one, and they're small. So I should go quick. I got the money, and you know that. I just had to rethread it. Been pushing paper. This generic ass yarn is really bothering me though. We're gonna go quick. Quick as a bunny, quick as a bunny. Quick, 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 quick. What time is it? 8:50. We doing good on time too. Okay. That's what all Sean was trying to explain. Stay on task. I be making up my own deadlines. But it helps give me structure. If you need to hear that as an artist, giving yourself deadlines, it helps you be more productive in your work. Okay, I can't just keep putting this off. This is something I gotta get going. Because, like, before you know it, spring will be here. And that's when my markets really pick up. So I'm like, you never know how many things are going to sell. You want to make sure you have enough for a clean display, but then also have um, extra to keep replenishing your booth as things sell, but then have extra for the following booth. You know how crazy it would be? You know, you make all of this work for one market and then you got a market next week. You sold out of everything. How stressful would that be? So get a head start and start on your stuff. What's up? I do have a lot of patience. I'm a yoga teacher. That's why I'm like, yo, it's full circle on this channel. When I was a kid, I was, really into art. But like you just never have the right people in your life to help you push towards those dreams. All of the dreams that I've pursued were on my own accord. I didn't have anybody in my family practicing yoga, going to yoga classes, talking about that. And I didn't have anybody doing art. "Oh, I want to be a rapper." Had a couple of those family members. Or I love doing this. And then you just stop doing it. If you loved it so much, why aren't you continuing to do it? But you're not making money from it? But I thought you had a passion. Do you not realize, like, I'm gonna put this into full perspective so you actually have a case study. Because people will sell you a lie way quicker than they'll sell you the truth of what actually has happened. I have been, let me condense this channel. I have been self employed and I was really reflecting on this since 2018. And over the last few years recently, I haven't really had to look for employment. I've been offered, hey, we're going to be doing this. Would you like to bring your yoga services here? It's been like at craft markets. You want to do a yoga demonstration to highlight your yoga business, but also sell your art? There's been situations like that a few times. Or I found you online. It's the consistency. If you really have a passion for it, you're going to continue to do it before you make the money. And that's where the real people kick in and the fake people fall off. If this is something that you're genuinely doing, that you're passionate about, you're going to make the stuff. You're going to make the art. You're going to make the music, whatever it is. I told you another story about how I made all of these rugs in 2023, and it wasn't until 2025 I sold all of them. 2 years is because there was already the passion there. You know what I mean? You don't even have to try to sell your art. People would just gravitate to you. And that's just how it be. You can tell, hey, they be saying this in another layman's text or whatever. You can tell a real from a real. That's people just be feeling my aura. That's how people just are able to open up to me, strangers on the street or, you know, in line at the grocery store, whatever the case may be. I seen you and you I seen you online and you act the same in real life. You're actually a real person. You're a genuine, yes, because the people who be faking it on here, soon as you get in real life, I love your videos. I'm too much. I'm better than you. Then you get that type of aura. That's not a real person. Would you like to do a movie? What you mean? Maybe. What they paying? I told y'all my fifth grade teacher was in a movie. He was telling us about that. He got paid to sit in the crowd. You couldn't see him. It was like sit in a stadium. I don't remember the movie. What type of role is it? Hmm. So that's all I. That's my food for thought. If you really bout it, you gonna do it before the check. I was doing so many free yoga classes before I really got experience to be a yoga teacher, and now I've been teaching for. In June of this year will be a decade. I've been teaching yoga for a decade. You from the Philippines? What's good? So I'm really I'm trying to tell people you gotta stay on your grind. Even when it get dark, even when the support ain't there. Somebody's watching you. And it's a good person watching you. I don't want to have any negative connotations by the things I say. I'm so for real and so serious with how I speak because your tongue is how you manifest the world around you. And if you keep speaking negatively, you're going to have negative interactions. The people that are watching you genuinely, and I'm only want genuine views. Those people admire you, and you never know what the opportunity may be. So continue to work on it even in the dry spells. This is my last kind of square. It's a triangle, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to start filling that in. It's really windy. Oh, it's kind of get ridiculous in here. Yeah, and I told y'all this story before. I had somebody last week. Oh, this shit is bothering me. This yarn is spinning. I didn't put it in a yarn cake, so I have the whole scheme just kind of flipping around on the floor. But I had somebody literally admit this is how stupid they are. Like I can't say it in a tiptoeing around kind of text. This person is actually stupid. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I hope you stick around. This is real life crafting. This is my everyday life. This is something I love to do every day that I've turned into a business. I did the same thing with yoga. I loved doing it every day. You can see I have several videos. I got playlists of yoga videos you can watch on this channel. It's something that I genuinely love to do, right? And I manage around 11 different platforms, right? My Facebook is where I speak my mind. I be speaking about real things going on. I be speaking about the political climate. I don't really have a following on there. It's really friends and family. And I know that's a space where there isn't support and maybe emotional support, but I don't really see a generation or generating clientele from Facebook with my friends and family when I try to post because my genuine friends and family, it don't even matter. They'll reshare my videos or the things that I post from my business page. Like it's just me commenting, but I'll share confidential goods or I'll share the offerings I have with Ashlee's Crazy Yoga. Those are my two businesses, right? And I feel like niggas just I'm on there to sell and to make money. I'm not on these apps to waste my time. Some people, doom scroll or just genuinely you have some people got a great job and they're a consumer. And that's like the best type of client to have. Somebody who just has money and they don't care about making content, they don't care about an image, they are a consumer. That's like the best type of person to have. And then or a person to have that is watching your content. Then you get like just bitter people who don't have a good job but they spend their time online and they're mad they don't want to do anything about it but they're mad they're watching you try to do something about it. Then you have eyes like that. So there's different. I'm trying to explain that there are different types of people on there. You got your chill people. Oh, I like what this person doing. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna share it. Then you got people. This lady literally messaged me and said, I'm tired of seeing your negative posts. What negative posts? Talking about the political climate. And this person is also black too, which is crazy. Are you not paying attention? Or are you talking about how I keep resharing my struggle story of how I'm able to be where I'm at, and I'm not even 30. I'm not rich yet, but I can make myself happy every day doing something I love. I still make time to do something I love every day. What are you doing with your life? You're watching my page, watching for my negative posts. My Facebook is just my personal page. And then I'll never share anything on personal on my business pages. Is business. It's about, at the end of the day, is about money. But it's not about scamming people because I actually have empathy and a heart with the work that I do. A big box business does not care about your feelings, okay? So the delivering of how a big box delivers and add to you versus how a small business would deliver and add to you, very different. But my personal page, that's where I just be sharing a hodgepodge of shit, literally. Your algorithm got fucked up because you were seriously just looking for my negative post. You didn't see the post when I finished my painting. You ain't see the post when I finished that rug. You ain't see none of that. You looking at you just talking about your struggle. I literally turned my struggle into an Amazon bestseller. So I don't really you have no room for an opinion at this point. You don't. You always talk. I literally wrote it in a book. I had publishers contact me, and I really appreciate if you want to support my story. Is on my website, ashleecrazyyoga.com. you go to the shop page and you can support by buying one of my books. But I shared my story now almost 10 years ago of how I started a yoga business and I opened the youngest Black owned yoga studio in Wisconsin. I shared my story and it was in correlation, or what do you call it? Collaboration with other women sharing their story. So it's a collaborative read. And my story, I believe, is on page 9 in that book, The Art and Truth of Transformation for Women. I had publishers reach out to me and want me to do my story. And then, of course, at the end, I purchased the books so then I can sell them in person. But, all of these women were selling the book, and that's how I was able to become an Amazon bestseller. And it was also on Amazon. But if you want to directly support me, you can go to my yoga website and purchase it. But I'm like, don't be afraid of sharing your story, your struggle story. People love watching the come up. People want you to fail because they miserable and they're sad with their life. But then you got people that are really inspired by your come up, okay? There really wasn't a whole lot of Black yoga instructors in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What do you mean by that? Yes, there may have been, but not with an internet presence. And so I'm like, okay, let me keep tagging Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then let me just keep putting tutorials out. It started out with me just putting like yoga tutorials or how to do the sun salutation, how to do gorilla pose. You go back, there's a playlist of all of my tutorial videos. How to do down dog, how to do balancing half moon. You see those were at when I was at my loft. Then I said, I'm gonna create a website. I'm gonna make a blog post. Yeah. Ain't nobody else doing this. Yeah, there's no story if the struggle part is absent. Absolutely. So you just want to be start to finish. If you want to, and then this is what makes them mad. I said, if you just so mad at you seeing me struggle and talk about my struggle, how can you help me? And then that's when they get quiet. I don't want to help. I just want to observe. Those are weird people. They don't need to be in your life. This person, I'm pretty sure I never added them as a friend. I'll get a friend request. I don't be adding people on my Facebook anymore. If respectfully, and I'm not saying it like crazy, because y'all know where my heart is. I get people. We had somebody, what was it? We had a yoga studio like from Maine or something. No, no. Was it Maine or Portland? Portland, Oregon. Another yoga studio followed me from a reel that they saw on my TikTok. Then they went onto my Instagram and found my yoga page on Instagram and followed me. I don't go searching. It finds me and put that a manifestation because I low key blessed the chat if you received it. Because, if you don't want to receive it, you don't got to receive it. But like, we had some weird trolls in the chat. I'm like, if you're going to have crazy energy, I'm going to send that back to you because the blessings come to find me. All I'm going to say, I'm like, people genuinely want to see what I got going on. And if you keep posting about it, they're going to be curious on what you got going. That's all I'm saying. I'm about to hold your hand. I'm just saying, post about your life. That's the one, I don't know why, that's the one thing that will piss somebody off. You posting about your life, you got it going on one day, maybe it sucked the next day. Aha, this nigga's down on their luck. Now I feel a little bit better about, wait a minute. How did they get into, I'm comparing it to my life. How are you teaching at, that you're teaching out of state? How did you write this book? Hey, the blessings come to find me. I have no explanation. I checked literally how I wrote a book. I checked my email. Somehow I had this message, and you have to be able to differentiate if this is spam or not. I responded to it. Okay, let's get the process going. I spoke with an editor and I spoke with a publisher. We had an interview. They sent the interview out to broadcast that we were, to advertise for this book we're about to write. That was all taken care of. Keep posting about your life. They, how the millenniums and the Gen X people, I don't know, Gen Z, too many elemental P, romanticize your life. And I don't even really be doing that. I just be real. YouTube is where I actually can be real because, like, Facebook, you'll misinterpret text, and then that's what ticks people off. I'm like, if you find me on my YouTube, that's just where I am. That's the rawest I am. That is who. What did Kid Cudi say? I'm just what you made, God. Not many I trust. I'm gonna go my own way, God. Take my faith to wherever you want. There's manifestation in the music you listen to as well. Happy Wednesday. So I'm very intentional with the music that I allow myself to listen to, and then it low key becoming mantras. But yeah, that was really crazy. Somebody had to send me a message and let me know that they only watch my Facebook for my negative posts. I'm like, I had to catch myself because I really wanted to be like, bitch. But if I start talking all yoga-y, then they'll take it as an insult because I'm like, I really wanted to reply and be like, thank you for bringing that unconscious thought to life. You had this ruminating in your head that somehow it turned your algorithm to only search for my negative post. You didn't see the post when I posted about my yoga certificates. I've been reminiscing like recently, like, damn, I literally have, and this is all hard work, I literally have over 20 yoga wellness certificates. And I made a post on my story, Black Girl Excellence. And I have like my three big certificates framed, and then I have my other ones in storage. But I got my 200-hour yoga teacher certificate, I got my Reiki certificate, and I have my 300-hour yoga therapist, somatic therapist certificate. I had all of those like framed, and I have them at my office right now, right? Took a picture and I just posted Black Girl Excellence. You missed that post, but you saw the post. I didn't mention anything recently negative, but I mean about my personal life. But I've been talking a lot about the political climate to my friends and family just through my Facebook posts and trying to keep people informed because a lot of people don't know. People really just be going on and believing what the news is sharing. And they have to make the story sound appealing in some way. So you really need to find all of your facts. You know what I mean? So I do it all. I appreciate you. I'm just saying, because I had this conversation with my friend Monday. How can we, not really a tangent we're going off of, but I'm like, how can I feel like YouTube is the only place where I can really combine all of my stuff, where I can show you my art. Maybe we do some yoga and we talk about wellness, or maybe we crack some jokes, you know? But when I have just my yoga page, I try to keep it just yoga, like on Instagram. Or if I got my craft confidential page, it's only about crafts, you know? So just trying to figure out how to make it more on brand because I still teach and I'll crack joke. I'm not cussing in my yoga classes, but I'll still teach and I'll crack jokes. This is a funny joke. And this is what I mean by jokes. They make you think a little bit during my yoga class because people are too serious. You're too serious trying to live in this black and white world that was never made for you to win. So you might as well have fun spiraling. One of the jokes I tell in my yoga class, if you can imagine bridge pose, you're laying on your back. Let me cue you into it. You're laying on your back, your arms are down to your sides. It's what do they call it in fitness? A pelvic thrust, I suppose. You're laying on on the floor, you raise your hips up, you squeeze your glutes, or you press your hips forward, and then you relax back down to a flat back. Your feet are flat, knees are bent, pelvic thrust, right? So explaining that. I heard this from my master teacher, and it's something I like to use in my yoga classes. When you're doing a pelvic thrust or a bridge pose in yoga class, you're not supposed to be like squeezing your glutes. You're supposed to let it all come from the front. So engaging your core, engaging your pelvic floor, and your pelvis and your hips is what's pressing you up. You're trying to keep your glutes soft. If you squeeze your glutes, it could cause lower back pain and other muscles that don't need to be engaged. So a funny thing I tell my clients and students is shut the front door, not the back. See, I be saying like funny jokes like that. And I heard that from my master yoga teacher. And that's why I'm like, I'm gonna use that in class. I really like that. And years later, 10 years later, I still use that and I'll still get like a giggle or something. Shut the front door, not the back. It makes you think, oh, I need to only be engaging my pelvis, my core, everything on the front, but I need to to come back into my body and see what's tensing up. Why are my glutes tensing up every time I do bridge? Let me let me slow it down. And then it helps my clients kind of think better. But what's up? Yeah, to share your best work for real. But yeah, live a more light-hearted life. If you don't take things so serious, I don't even is pretty much at the point I dipped my toes one too many times. Now I'm already in the ocean. So you need to get in the ocean. If you need to hear this message, you need to get in the ocean. You need to keep, okay, I like that. I got a good response from that. Oh, I'm swimming. Now it's just abundance, whatever it may be. I never See, I'm not gonna get too much into this, but like, being a yoga teacher and like my mom saying like you're never gonna make I'm probably gonna just stop here, honestly. But this is how far I got because now I'm getting into a message with y'all. My mom was always like, you never gonna make enough money being a yoga teacher. You need to go to college, blah blah blah. And I'm not telling you not to go to college. If that's something you want to do, that's something you want to do. You know in your heart that's something you want to do. Don't have somebody tell you that's what you need to do. It's in your heart. If I go to college, I'm already passionate about the administration or whatever, these prerequisites I have to do. I'm already passionate. I know it's going to be something that I may not like doing, but I can still power through it. If it's like literally pulling teeth, then it's not for you. Okay? I knew it wasn't for me. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try yoga. This is in my book too. But anyway, it's like my mom would be like, you're not gonna make enough doing yoga. How the fuck did I start making an income to start paying bills? Once you start paying bills, that's when it gets serious. Maybe your passion doesn't cover all your bills at the very start, but once you like, I just paid my cell phone bill. Damn, I just paid the electricity. Wait a minute. And I still got money left, however it may be. And okay, this is turning into something. Then one day I just opened a yoga studio. Currency. Every now and then I got a stun on them. I just like I popped out. Like I just was on Craigslist one day. I said, I wonder if there's like I got enough money I'm generating from all of these contracts I started to pick up and working with clients. I got some money left over. How can I keep flipping this and have a storefront for people to visit me at? Because I'm getting tired of trying to drive all around, and then COVID happened and all that shit. But I'm just saying to say this is my story. One day I just popped out and I said I opened a studio. I even have the sign in the window yet. Ripping and so on. Yeah, sometimes it's not. What's up? And then that's when people get a clue, but the clue should have already been had because they wanted to doubt you for so long. You're like, damn, now you want to just try to be better. Now you really are better than me. Now that's just don't sit well with me. Then you really will hurt feelings. You may paying bills because I'm a grown adult and your bitch ass didn't take the message. That's what I said. Let's rewind the lie. If the message for you is for you, I pay the bills, okay? It's fucking cold out here. I cannot keep running my heat while these energy companies will not maintain the heat, they'll do a power outage and you still they won't give you any discounts. These companies don't care about you, nigga. Are you okay up there? Good morning. And you just jumped in. It's all good. But then we get like bots in the chat. I'm a grown person paying my own bills, bro. If I can save a little, like you mad at somebody for saving money. This is what I mean about people not being able to think beyond. This is their frame of mind. Being able to think, what are they? The black folk beyond a mustard seed. You cannot think beyond a mustard seed, baby. Your ass is sitting in the damn pot with the rest of the mustard seeds, but you're only thinking about yourself. There's a whole pot. If you were just to expand, expand, get some more wrinkles in your brain. Maybe your brain a little too smooth. You never said you did or they did. I don't know what's up with you. You just sound like you want to be negative. I'm just trying to see. Like he'll eventually get put in timeout, but he they I'm not gonna misgender. They have the opportunity to correct themselves and they're choosing not to. They want to purposely try to ruin the chat for everybody else. And so then you're gonna get called out. What's good? If you figured out how to remove the words you put in your mouth, let me know. How do you do that? How would you do that? Let me break it down for the simpleton. What you think is what you say. If there's no stop sign at the thought, you're just blabbing. It's like loose diarrhea, right? No, this guy, he doesn't get it. And that's why he doesn't even have a real picture. Nigga so ugly he had to use a cartoon. Isn't that from Doug? I can't really see. Next. Yeah, but don't ruin the chat. Um, I just wanted to share my story, and I hope it inspires people. And like I've actually made this into a Facebook post. Sharing your story is really going to bother people, but it's going to inspire the people that need to hear your message. Yes, not only you have to think before you speak, but it is in this book, The Four Agreements. Um, and the one I take to heart the most is be impeccable with your tongue. I may misspeak sometimes because I'm human, but I'm so empathetic before I even utter the words that people already understand I'm trying to convey and come from a respectful point of view. I will not say anything disrespectful until I have been disrespected. There's no point to just keep putting out negative energy and try to attract more enemies when you can just be putting out the easier energy. Going into anatomy, it takes more muscles and more energy to frown and pout than it takes to smile. So you want to waste all of that negative energy that you could have been putting into something positive in your life, but you chose to be a negative person and then attract more enemies. You want not even the right way. People are hating on you because you're a nasty person. They're not even hating on you because of jealousy or they see that you're actually doing something. Right? Yes. So I'm we just chilling, we cooling, man. I think when couple things, and this is just things I unconsciously do after a certain point. I always keep a head covering. I do live by a graveyard. So it's always like being mindful of it. You can look into this of keeping your head covered. It's cold too. I just like having something on my head, whether it's my scarf, my bonnet, or I keep my hat on because I got to go back outside anyway. People forget I live in the Midwest. It's cold as fuck here. It's 1 degree. And then they look at my gloves. These are compression gloves for working. I work a lot with my hands. I'm going to protect my hands. Um, I got these on Amazon. They got the little, if you see the ones with the exclamation point on them. Yeah, protect your crown. See, if the message is for you, you understand what I'm talking about. And do you not hear my window? I don't know if you hear the bag. I live in an older house. It's drafty. I have the plastic cling on my window. You can literally see my window breathe. It's that cold, okay? So I'm gonna wear layers. I'm only at my house for a short period of time before I go get my son, okay? So there is really no point in bumping the heat. And this is the time of the year when the energy bill, you have to budget, it goes up. It's crazy. I can't crack a window open. Um, and actually my space heater ended up dying, but whatever. Pleasure to meet y'all too. I need some water from all that talking, 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 talking. Anyway, I'm gonna continue to work on this. I kind of don't want to work on it anymore because we kind of got into a conversation. But I'm gonna make chili dogs and fries for lunch. I need to find my ingredients. Make sure I put my stuff out before I do that, because then I got a meeting and I want to hang out with my son, and then I got to prepare for class, and I may need to charge my speaker because I bring everything besides the yoga mat. They have a yoga mat, but I'll show you. This is my little. Oh, this is cold. I like that. This is the one thing you will not understand about Midwest people. I had a shake yesterday. I be cold, but if I'm inside, I gotta I'm gonna have me a little shaky shake. I'm gonna make sure I have me some cold water. They're in elementary school. Yes, layer up. People be mad when you crack the code of I'm finna layer up and save money instead of just blasting my heat all day long. Do you not have bills? So I'll do a what's in my yoga bag. This is what I bring to my client's house. Um, they have um they have a yoga mat, so I don't have to lug that. I keep a bolster. Do I have one over here? It's in the other room. I keep a bolster, which is like a big body pillow. It's about, this is a weird measurement, but it's about from your tailbone to like your head. You should be able to rest. That's how long it is. And it's a pillow, a stiff pillow that you would use for a restorative practice. So we've been doing like more restorative stuff. I keep that one in my car. It's a pillow. It's not going to freeze. So I keep that in the car. I have a rain stick. So if you've never seen a rain stick before, and if you got the right hand, you can make it sound like it's actually raining. I did this in my class last Monday, and I had somebody like open their eyes out of Shavasana, and they're like, I thought it was raining in here. So I don't say it a lot. I have a lot of titles, and then like I don't want to be like an arrogant person. I never wanted to come around as I'm an arrogant person. I'm a sound therapist, so I work a lot with singing bowls, tuning forks. This is a rain stick. I've used a sound pyramid before, tinkshas, kalimbas, what have you. But I've just been carrying this. I forgot I had applesauce in here. Bring a snack. I need to put this back in the fridge, but if I'm driving there, it's kind of, I don't know if I'm going to hit traffic and I may get hungry. So I always bring like a little snacky snack. And then I have my speaker. This has been tried and true. I had to throw my other one away, but I used to have two of these speakers. And I think this one cracked? Yeah, this one's cracked. You can't tell. It's a waterproof speaker, but this is a Bluetooth speaker. It's got subs on it. I don't think they make it anymore. Bugatti. Um, you can hook up a microphone to it too, which is really cool. And I would use these, or now I just use the one when I do my yoga at the beach, or if I'm teaching a big class so people can hear me. I can still play music, but now I have like a portable microphone headset thing I use when I'm teaching outdoors, and then I'll have the music playing. But there was a time when if you had two Bugatti speakers, you could hook them both up, and I would have one amplifying my voice, and I would have one playing my Spotify playlist. So yeah, that's in there. Then I have a yoga strap. I'm not going to unwind it, but with the buckles and all of that. They like using their like spree strap, if you've seen like the bungee kind of straps. So I let them pick. And then they're a beginner. So I've been bringing my yoga cards and they really like these cards. You can see these cards are stained. I've had these for a minute, but they're demonstration cards. So when I'm telling somebody about a pose who's a beginner, um keep getting down dog for me. Let's imagine you've never been to a yoga class before. How do I do that? So what I've been doing, which has been really fun, you can get these cards on Amazon. They actually reinvented the cards. My client liked them so much they actually ordered a pair for themselves to keep at home, so then they can look at look through the cards when we're not practicing. But we'll take the cards out and we'll put together um, a routine flow. So I'm like, if we're working on restorative, we're gonna keep pick out some cards that show poses low to the ground, either kneeling, sitting, or laying down poses. We're not going to do any standing if I'm teaching like a type of restorative class. So then this helps them understand the pose, see the name, and it also has like the cues on it. So if you're a beginner, how do I get into this pose? It'll cue it, and I like these. They have these. They got them in color now. I got the ones that were black and white. But yeah, and I just that's my bag. So that's what I'm going to be bringing. I'm going to leave my speaker out so I can charge it, but I'll put the rest of the stuff in here. But if I'm a traveling yoga teacher, I teach at studios. I have 2 studios I'm going to be teaching at. Right now, I'm only teaching at one, but then I also do go visit clients. So this is how I do it, and I'm gonna just keep it like transparent. I do add, there's prices on my website, but if you have me visiting you, we have to factor in time, travel, prep, and gas. So then there's just an added fee for that. But my price, if you come see me at my office, then those prices are as is. If I hope that makes sense. If I'm going to be driving 20 or 30 minutes, I have to add that in because I use my car for work, right? Um, and being an entrepreneur, those are expenses. You're supposed to get off. I never owe, so I guess it works out where I never have to pay anything. But I'm like, you can if you use your car for work, you can do that. So track your miles and stuff. But I just wanted to show y'all that. And then if anybody's interested, I do offer virtual clients, or you can come see me at my office, or if you're in Wisconsin, I do service all of the counties. I just want to put that out there. And you can get it paid for by your insurance. But contact me so we can get that sorted out. Um, you never been to a yoga class? It's all good. Yes, I see. This the thing. Being a black household, this is funny. Um, Going to church in them long sessions. Like my family was heavily involved in the church scene. I'm talking my grandfather was the pastor, my parents were deacons and deaconesses. I was in the choir, I was an usher, and my brother worked the sound machine. All of my cousins were in the choir before people had moved on and moved to different churches, but like before my grandfather had passed, we was heavily in the church. And the Baptist church, that was my upbringing. Would go on for hours and I'd be hungry. So low key, my dad and we would walk to the corner store and we would come back with the snacks from the gas station. And this was the time when you could get 4 bags of chips for like $1. And then you could get the Mike and Ike's and like you would get all of those snacks. I'm like, my dad did not smoke, but I swear he had the munchies. And so like we would take like a commercial break and come back to church. Like just me and my dad would go on our little walk. But and then even in school, I it got to a point when we could be grown and start caring. My junior and senior year, I went to a bigger school. I didn't have time to even go see my locker. I didn't even know the combination to my locker. So I kept everything on me. So I'm just This sounds funny. I feel like I'm naturally used to being a backpacker and always just keeping my stuff with me at all times. So at school, I would keep my coat on, I had my backpack, and then I would carry Lululemon. See, this is when I was like for real into Lululemon before it was like popping like that. But Lululemon has their reusable bags, and that's what I would put snacks. I'm like, when did we stop doing snack time in high school? So I would carry my little snacks with me. I think I had like a juice box with me, and I have like some little cookies, whatever it may be, and I would eat those before my lunch because they was trying to. I think at one point I had a later lunch. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I need some snacks on me. And I remember it's just funny, but I always keep snacks on me. You never know if you have a snack emergency. And then it got to a point, even in my adult life, if y'all was here when I was a social worker, that is too much. If you're an empathetic person, you cannot be a social worker. It's going to be too much on you mentally. I worked with families. This girl I would meet with, I'm like, did you have breakfast? Did you have lunch? Depending on the time I would meet with her. No. So I had my yoga community come together and I made an Amazon list. And when I was doing my social work, I just would keep snacks in my trunk. The trunk of my car, we brought like the big 48 box. We had fruit snacks. I know some Cheez-Its and Nature Valley bars and all of that. I would keep those in my car. I'm like, how? And I'm like, I'm not even making that much money, but I'm like, I'm gonna take this kid to go get some food at Rocky's, Rocky Rococo, or we went to Cousins and I just took them to, we both got a shake or something like that. And I have my own child at the house. I'm like, I gotta, I can't be, these were not reimbursed meals that I was doing. So I'm like, I can't be doing all of this. And like the parents, it was just too much. That's why I'm like, if you're an empathetic person, it's too much to be a social worker because these parents think that the social workers were babysitters, you know? So what's going on? Yep. I don't do none of those jobs anymore either. You like my jacket, thank you. And you wanted a family. Thank you. But yeah, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it a bean. It got cold. I actually forgot I had this coat. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna fit under my actual winter coat. I need to plug this in. Let my speaker charge a little bit. But them yoga cards, I have a bunch of like variations of things like that. Because everybody learns differently. So as I was collecting stuff, you know, I've got a bag of tricks, so to speak. I have those yoga cards. I got a kid's version of yoga cards. I have yoga dice. I think that was a Christmas gift. I've had those for so long, yoga dice and a bunch of different books and things like that. So, yeah. Um this did I show y'all this book? This is another helpful book. I'll be trying to share my resources with y'all. The complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy. If you ever want to make any concoctions around the house, if you're what I mean by that is it shows you how to make deodorant. It can show you how to make face care. Um, I looked in it, something about spinal bifida. I just flip the page to, and it shows you carrier oils, regular oils, how to mix and blend them, and etc. So I don't know if you're more into trying to know what's in the things that you consume or the things that you put on your body. This is another helpful book. This is a thick book, and I've had this for a few years. The freaking sticky notes are sun bleached because this book used to sit in my window of I got like highlights and stuff throughout the book. Anyway, something about eczema I have highlighted. If you need help, essential oils for travel. See, like even just for travel and doing like long commutes, You're going to look up that oil. Animal bites, things to do for blisters, burns, jet lag, rashes, exposure to cold, exposure to heat. So this is not a read through book. It's a book to use as a resource, so to speak. But yeah, you got a dry face in winter. They'll have some stuff about that. I would do like, I'm not gonna say, but coconut oil, or sometimes for like rehydrating, a little witch hazel, a little spritzer of that. I do that in the summertime. And it's like a protective barrier. If you may be sweating a lot in the summer, I'll do it like that. But honestly, I'm gonna tell you something too, another resource. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think that's the name of the company. They're in Wisconsin, and I think their location is in Kenosha. They got, see, when I get my money up, I'm probably gonna go over there, either do a pickup or have them ship. When I get my money up, I'm gonna look into, they have laundry detergent that they make themselves, and soaps, and they make a lot of stuff, but it's all made with like organic natural products. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. If you ever find my Facebook, I really don't be trying to, I try to keep it YouTube on here, but and then Facebook is really, I just try to keep for my friends and family. But if you find my Facebook, you'll see the pages I follow, and you can go look that up. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And they do make a little bit of everything. Um And then I was looking in the green goo. I used to use this baby balm a lot, um, for my son when he was little. It's a good organic balm for diapers, and it was good with cloth diapers because I did a lot of cloth diaper, and you could see that whole journey too. Um, but they have stuff for like face care, and I know they had some for like dry skin and dry heels and stuff like that. They expanded their products. They got more expensive though. But look up the green goo, whatever they are. I think they're on Amazon because that's where I was buying it from. But then they got more products you can browse on the website of the green goo. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. We're gonna go ahead and hold on. We'll just hide you from the channel. So what's good, dog? Oh, you need a mod. I appreciate you. I don't know what his problem was. I was just talking. I was literally giving helpful information, but see, that's what I mean. It'll be so easy to tell if you actually need this information or if you're an imbecile. But what is today? Wednesday, Thursday? I don't think Thursday I got anything going on. I'm not gonna grocery shop. It is 1 degree outside, so I think I'm gonna be chill. Let me recap my day of what I got going on. If there's any emails and things I need to respond to, I'm gonna get on with my day. If I make some videos, you may catch me on TikTok. Sometimes if the sound isn't crazy, I can post it as a short on here. That's how I was able to post that one recent short I made. Um, yes, no worries. You are getting mad. Your comment got held for a review, but I know. I hate when people just spam the chat. It's just like, we see you. Do you not get your attention in person? Do not get love in person? I'm sorry. You need a hug. No, you gotta be careful hugging people. Sometimes people have demons in them. That's a whole can of worms for another day. Be careful with the people who have demons and they be looking for, can I get a hug? Be wary. The black lady. I don't know if you know who that meme. Be wary. Stay prayed up. Stay blessed up. Funny thing, really keep your crystals on you in the winter time. I feel like that's when things be getting crazy. This is my, is it black tourmaline or obsidian? I forget what this is. Maybe somebody knows. But I keep that in my sports bra if I ever go teach a class with a bunch of people, but also for traveling because some of my classes are a little further out. I was teaching, it was so funny. It fell out at the very end. I didn't want to scare nobody. I wanted to make a Facebook post. I'm like, I forget that normal people think it's weird to keep crystals in your bra. Evoxy brown. Yes. Stay prayed up, stay blessed up out here. Have a wonderful day. What do you mean? No, Rip It and so on. They're a veteran on this channel. We gonna keep it nice. Nice, sweet, fantastic. I don't know. I'm just being ugly. All right. Yeah, I don't need like if it's anything like negative or crazy like that, that's not the channel for this. This channel, so when you come back in the future, tomorrow, 8 a.m., I'll be starting my live. This is a safe place and I just want people to be chill, be able to lower their cortisol levels. We don't need no more crazy stuff. What? Have a better day. I don't know. Anyway, have a good day. I will see you. Turn your post notifications on. If you enjoy the channel, like and subscribe. And I do have other platforms you can be entertained by. I may be doing a little dancing. I was doing a, how they be doing that dance. I was doing some funny stuff on my TikTok, but I'll see you later.